Despite all the bad news that Bulls fans have been given as of lately, with all the injuries, lack of trades, and the acquisitions not being exactly what they're looking for. But there is some good news. Dosunmu is finally hitting his prime and has been a great replacement as Zach LaVine has been out of the lineup. We're going to break down everything you need to know about Io's progression and how that's going to help the team as we enter a play-in contention. This is your host, Joey Mercer, and this is another episode of Bulls Digest. Before we get into it there today, I just want to say that about 80% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure if you aren't already subscribed to go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with your Chicago Bulls and our takes on them. So without further ado, let's get to the first topic there today, and that is Dosunmu hitting his prime. Now, Dosunmu, obviously, we didn't expect too much out of him. He's out of Illinois, so went to college near Chicago, and then you can also see that he was a second-round draft pick. So, Dosunmu being that late of a draft pick, we didn't expect him to be as good as he is, or as vital he is in a starting lineup role right now, but that's exactly where we've landed. This report was by Nick Ragu of Sports Illustrated and says the report points to Dosunmu as the Chicago Bulls' hidden gem. The Bulls have a diamond in the rough in Dosunmu. And I have to agree, he looks absolutely phenomenal as of late. And if you're looking just at the counting stats, some things aren't as easy to see with Dosunmu that are from last season to this year, his progression. But we're going to break down everything you need to know at the end of this video, so make sure you stay to that. While most of the attention is on DeMar DeRozan and Coby White these days, as they carry the bulk of the offensive load in the absence of numerous key guys, Dosunmu's superb play has largely gone unnoticed. Despite averaging 16 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds and 1.3 steals per game, while playing 37 minutes a game in February, Dosunmu has been flying under the radar nationally. However, according to a recent report by Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes, Dosunmu is being recognized as the Bulls' hidden gem. And that's exactly what he is, based on where he was drafted, and obviously he's outplaying where he should have been projected to be. So it's great to see Dosunmu doing something like that. Instantly when he joined the team, it looked like he was definitely ready for the NBA, but right now it looks like he's ready for more minutes than we even thought he would be capable of. A two-way terror. The 38th overall pick of the 2021 NBA Draft, Dosunmu made waves early in his career when he took up the cudgels left by the injured Lonzo Ball and ran with it as the Bulls made the postseason. However, he couldn't sustain his momentum in his sophomore season and was eventually replaced in the starting lineup by Pat Beverly. However, he's returned with a vengeance in his third season and has solidified his spot as the Bulls' backup point guard, with Ball still a long way from returning. Dosunmu has stepped up and proven to be a reliable playmaker for the team. And he really has shown me that he is capable of doing things that I didn't even think he was capable of doing. He's hit the three very consistently. His floater game has been very solid, and I think he's been one of the better guys in a pick-and-roll situation this season, making really good decisions once he gets down low to the paint, whether it be a lob pass, a handoff, or a nice floater, as I just mentioned, or taking it strong to the hoop. He's especially gotten better in his pick-and-roll IQ, and that's been great to see out of a guy that's playing the guard position. Not only is he producing on offense, but he's also making a big impact on defense with his active hands and quick feet. His ability to read passing lanes and blow plays up has resulted in numerous steals and deflections, helping the Bulls get stops when they need it. Chicago Bulls fans know about the shooting tear that Dosunmu has been on over the last several weeks, and they're aware of how his defensive tenacity can flummox scores as accomplished as Trae Young. But with most of the national headlines focused on Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, and with Coby White breaking out in an even bigger way, Dosunmu is leveling up in relative and Hughes wrote about the former Illinois star. So that is great to see as well, that they're really making sure that even though he isn't one of the top guys on the team, he still gets his recognition where it is needed. And then we can also see Coby White has struggled the past few games field goal wise. DeRozan even didn't shoot the ball too great last game, but Dosunmu was there on the defensive end, made some great stops down the stretch, made a big floater in overtime when I really thought the game might have been over, and the Bulls were able to come back in that game. It was a great team effort. Even Batim, who I got his name wrong, it's Batim, was really great in that game, only missing one shot, and it was a tough shot that he had to drive in amongst many people and try to shoot up a layup, and it didn't hit anything, but maybe he got fouled in the play, maybe he didn't, but obviously that's the only shot he missed. He hit some clutch free throws. Great to see him out there on the court and being utilized very well. Good job from Billy Donovan on that, I'll give him that much. Production will be crucial down the stretch. As the Bulls gun for another appearance in the play-in tournament, Dosumu's presence and production will be crucial to their success. With his ability to play both guard positions, Dosunmu adds versatility and depth to the Bulls' backcourt. I mean, there's not much really for me to add there. That's exactly where the Bulls are. They're in a play-in position, and Dosunmu has been great on both ends of the floor, and that's exactly what they need. But perhaps more importantly, his defensive prowess and disruptive style of play can be a game-changer in high-stakes games down the stretch. Opportunities are plentiful with LaVine out for the season, but the Bulls aren't just handing Dosunmu minutes as they tank down the stretch. Ill-advised as it may be, this organization is trying to win as many games as possible. Dosunmu, who entered the year somewhere around 4th on Chicago's guard depth chart, is going to be indispensable in that effort, Hughes continued. And yeah, he really is super important. Dosunmu has been everything that the Bulls need right now with LaVine out of the lineup, and he's even played defense, which we wouldn't get that much out of LaVine. Other players are picking up the scoring, and then you've got Dosunmu able to still consistently put up buckets of double-digit numbers almost every single night now, and then play really good defense on top of that. That's super important for the team, and they'll need him as deep as they get into the season, even though, as they mentioned, probably not the greatest idea. It is a poor draft, but I'm not going to try to give an explanation as to why the Bulls are doing this, because it is pretty nonsensical. So, interesting choice, but if we've made that choice. They've made the choice as the front office. So that is exactly what's going to happen now for the rest of the season. They're going to make that push, try to win as many games as they can, and if they're going to do it, this is the way to do it. Dosunmu is absolutely crucial. We could see here that actually Dosunmu this season, he's gone up about 2 points a game, and he's playing about the same minutes as he did last year. He's starting a little bit less games, as we can see there, but he's been very, very crucial since LaVine's gone down. He's shooting about not much different from last year, but it's on more field goals. We can also see from 3, he's taken more than 1 more a game, but shooting basically 10% better at a 41% clip this year. That is almost where he was in his rookie season. His rookie season not quite as good, but last year was kind of a bit of a shot to the gut, so to speak, as we thought Dosunmu was going to be a much better shooter. He struggled. It was really tough for Bulls fans to be like, why is this guy playing as much? He can't even shoot the ball. Maybe it was just a fluke in his rookie season. He's showing it wasn't a fluke. He's coming back. He's shooting 41%. He's been an absolute sharpshooter as of late for the Chicago Bulls, and he's even hitting 78% of his free throws, which is a solid clip. It could be a little bit better, but I will absolutely take that from Dosunmu, because he's also putting up about the same, as I mentioned, in rebounds and assists. So the counting stats on him, you're not going to see it, which is why I also want to bring up some advanced statistics there for you. So we can see he is listed as a shooting guard right now. Can play point guard if needed. I do like him better at the shooting guard position, of course. I'd like the ball out of his hands, more off ball from him, but he is still very good in the pick and roll. It's just not every single time down. He's only 24 years of age and basically 6'4", but with a 6'10" wingspan, that is a similar body size to Dwayne Wade, so a solid size out of him there for sure. We can then see that his true shooting is the 70th percentile for the entire league. We can see his shot quality is league average. He doesn't get to the line too often, but he's taking league average 3-point attempts. He's not rebounding the ball very much on offense, but when he's trying to create, he's a little bit above league average for if he causes a turnover when he's trying to create. And his creation is also up to the 63rd percentile, which is great to see. His passer rating is also very solid at the 66th percentile, which you wouldn't notice as much from his assists per game, but that's why we need to look more into these things to see how capable players are of doing certain things. His deflections are not very good, but his rate to cause defensive turnovers is actually in the 78th percentile. That's very, very high, one of the better guys in the league at that. And even on defensive rebounds, he's very solid, just above league average. His rim frequency is hovering around league average, maybe a bit below. But his block percentage for a shooting guard is very solid at the 60th percentile. I expect Dosunmu to keep playing at this pace as he's just entering his prime right now. It's great to see him really finding himself and where he needs to be. He seems to be a 3-and-D guy on the court this season who is able to run some plays, and that is a very unique talent to have in this league. And I can't wait to see more of Dosunmu as we go down this playoff stretch. This is your host, Joey Mercer. Hope you enjoyed the video there today. Make sure to go down below and leave a like, comment on the video, let me know what you thought, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Sign off.